Yo, what's going on, guys? It is Tom. Welcome back to a brand new video, and this is episode number 17 of my F1 2015 Full House series, and we're here for the Mexican Grand Prix, and we are lined up on the back of the grid as per usual. And before we jump into the video, guys, I just want to say I'm editing this on a new software, so if you do notice anything a little bit different, then hopefully you don't mind. I'm using Adobe Premiere Pro for the first time ever on this video, so hopefully you don't mind. Let me know everything in the comments down below, and yeah, whether I should stick with it or whether I should go back to Sony Vegas. But nevertheless, let's not get sidetracked. We're here for the Mexican Grand Prix, and last time out at Cota we had an absolutely insane race, and we've managed to extend our championship lead to Lewis Hamilton, and we're now 4 points clear of the Brit, and we've got 2 more races to go after this one, so things are really starting to get tense now towards the end of the season, and I can't wait. We are here with the Red Bull for the Mexican Grand Prix, so we're going to try and pick up a big fat W, aka the big 25 points, and we're going to get up to the 5 red lights, and the Mexican Grand Prix is underway here, taking a nice easy start straight off the line here, taking it nice and smoothly as we've got a very long run down to turn 1, and this Red Bull is actually going to really struggle on the pit straights, but I'm leaving the Ferrari and the Mercedes as my 2 choices for the final 2 races, and here we go there. We're making our way into the first couple of corners here, just going up the inside of both Manners and both Mercedes, and McLarens, and we're getting a bit of a squeeze there from Roberto May, but we do get past him eventually. There's a yellow flag for some reason, and someone's gone off in the background, I think, and so far so good, unscathed through the first couple of corners in P17 as we make our way into turn number 4, and now we've got to try to pick off some more cars as we go up the inside of Fernando Alonso here, just squeezing up the inside of turn 4. Can we hang it around the outside into turn number 5 here? Alonso's still there, but I'm going to get the move done there, and it's a nice overtake on Alonso, but he's coming back at me up the inside of the double apex right-hander, and it's side-by-side stuff here with Fernando Alonso, but I'm going to have the inside line for the next corner, and that should mean the end for Alonso as he runs off really wide there through turn number 8, I believe, and we're going to take P16 from him there, and a very good start to the race as we move into lap number 2. We're now on the back of Carlos Sainz Jr., and can we possibly line him up for a move now on the exit of the turns 1, 2, 3 chicane, and we're going to pull to the outside this time into turn number 4. Can we possibly pick up the move here on the Spaniard? We're going to try and go around the outside. Can we make it stick just about? It looks like we are, and we are going to make the move there. A fantastic overtake on Carlos Sainz, and good job for Carlos Sainz there, who gave us the room on the outside there. So very good racing between the two of us, and we're now on the back of Nico Hülkenberg, who's also going quite slowly here. And can we possibly go up the inside here of this right-hander leading to the stadium section? Hülkenberg's going to give us a good old squeeze there, but we're actually going to cut back on him and go up the inside off the left-hand hairpin right in front of all of the fans here in the jam-packed baseball stadium, and a lovely move on the German there, and that's actually allowed us now to go after Romain Grosjean, and once again on the exit of turns 1, 2, 3, we're on the back of Grosjean. We're going to do the exact same thing as we did with Carlos Sainz as we go around the outside now into turn number 4. Can we possibly line him up for a move here? We're going to go around the outside once again, and we do make the move stick there. A lovely carbon copy move of what we just did on Carlos Sainz 1 lap ago, and we got ourselves right up into P13, so we really are making our way through this field quite quickly, and we're now on the back of Sergio Perez, the home favourite here, and looks like we're not going to be on the back of him very long as we're going to try and size him up for a move here up the inside of the right hand, and we did what we didn't do with Nico Hülkenberg a lap ago, and we get that move done and dusted on the Mexican, and now that allows us to go after Pastor Maldonado, and so far some very efficient and quick overtaking from me here, not losing any time whatsoever, and getting past his cars as quick as possible, and once again exactly the same as a lap ago with Romain Grosjean. We're going to get on the back of Maldonado here, and can we possibly make a move here up the inside this time? We're going to try and break as late as we can, and we're going to go up the inside. A beautiful move on Maldonado there, and he puts up pretty much no defensive fight whatsoever, and he allows us to go straight up the inside and past him there, and we're now on the back of our teammate actually, so Danny Kvyat is the next one on the list, and he's been held up at the moment by both of the Saubers of Nasser and Ericsson as we make our way into this twisty section, middle sector, and we're going to get a beautiful run, and we're going to go around the outside, which then becomes the inside on Danny Kvyat, and we put off an absolute worldly overtake there, a really nice overtake on the Russian, and that allows us now to go after both of the Saubers of Marcus Ericsson and Felipe Nasr, and here we go there with DRS enabled. As you can see, Ericsson's got past Nasr. We're going to try and have some of that as well as we dive up the inside of Nasr in turn 1, and we allow ourselves to get around the back of Ericsson, and we're going to try and get a good run here through this first 3 corners, and we get a beautiful exit, and we're going to pull alongside Marcus Ericsson here. Both of us have got DRS into turn number 4, but we've got much more straight line speed because we've got much better exit out the corner, and we're just going to go around the outside of Ericsson here and make the move stick. Ericsson defends quite nicely, and he's actually still on our outside here, so some really good racing between the two of us, but eventually Ericsson has to give way, and I take the inside line, and that is the job done and dusted, and we're up at a P8, so already into the points of lap 5. Some really good overtaking there, like I said, not wasting any time with any sort of battling and making the moves very efficiently, and we're going to make another one now as Verstappen comes into the pits now on lap 7 for the first stop of the race. We're going to stay out for one more lap, and we've got a couple more cars in the pit lane there, and we get ourselves up in the P4, and meanwhile we've got Danny Kvyat all over the back of us in the mirrors trying to make a move, but unfortunately because I've got DRS he can't get past, and the straight line speed in the Red Bull is quite low, so we managed to defend quite nicely there from our teammate, and skipping later on onto the end of lap 8 into the pit lane now for our first stop of the race here. So hopefully we can have a good pit stop here and maybe possibly get a position or two, who knows. But here we go, going to the pits. We're going for a bit of a different strategy compared to the rest of the top runners, you could say. I think the guys towards the sharp end of the field are going for a 3-stop strategy, maybe even a 4, and I think I'm going for a 2-stop, I think, or a 3, I'm not sure, I can't really remember, but we're going for basically one less stop than the guys in front. That's the aim this race, because the tyres really don't go off for that much in the Red Bull, which is what I noticed in practice. So this is going to really help us out massively, as meanwhile we've got both Williams battling, and Bottas is just overtaking Felipe Massa, and we're going to capitalise on that by getting past Massa straight away with some DRS, but Massa's going to come back at us because of the straight line speed of the Williams, but it's no use, and I'm just going to go straight around the outside of Massa here. We're a little bit deep into the corner, but I'm going to go around the outside of Massa and make the move stick, and we got ourselves up in the P6. So once again, more effective overtaking here, and I did forget to say we did overcut Verstappen as well, so we actually got 2 moves done there, and this could be 3 as we get a beautiful run out of the S's on Valtteri Bottas, and we're just going to breeze up the inside. Bottas can't do nothing about it, and we just make the move there, textbook stuff, up the inside of the Finnish driver, and we're up in the up in the P5 on lap 14, and now skipping later on to lap 16 now for our second stop of the race, and we're actually in the race lead because, like I said, people have stopped. They're going for one more pit stop than I am. I'm staying out, so I had the net race lead there, and we're going to go into another set of the soft tyres here. It's a very good pit stop actually, a 2.2. Red Bull do seem to have good pit stops on this game, which is really helpful. And now we're going to see where are we going to rejoin. Looks like P4 at the moment. Danny Kvyat could overtake us, which he does. And looks like Kimi Raikkonen could just pass us just about. Yeah, there we go. So there goes Kimi. He overtakes us. So we're going to rejoin in a net P5 or P6, where we was before anyway. But we're much closer to Kimi Raikkonen than what we was before. And look, speaking of how close we are, we're going to line them up for a move now as we get a beautiful run once again through the first 3 corners, which is where the Red Bull is really good at. And Kimi's got no DRS here, and we've picked up some DRS. We're going to go to the outside on the Iceman here. Can we possibly pick up an overtake here? We're going to try and squeeze around the outside, but there's no room there. Some great defensive driving from Kimi Raikkonen, but we're going to try and size him up for a move as we go for the dive bomb up the inside of the double apex right-hander, and it's a lovely move on Kimi Raikkonen there, and already up in the P4. So now we're really starting to get towards the sharp end of the field, and this is where it gets crunch time, as now at lap 25 we're coming in for our final pit stop of the race, and we're currently in the lead. Like I said, once again, one less pit stop, that is the strategy here, and we're going to go onto the medium white wall tyres. So I'm going to drop down probably to P4, something like that, but I do believe the top 4 have to pit, yeah, or the top 3, sorry. We get a 2.1 stop there, an incredible pit stop from the boys, but we're going to rejoin in P4 by the look of it, and Raikkonen's nowhere to be seen, so it looks like it's P4 on these medium tyres as we get a massive tank slapper on the exit, and now we just got to wait for the top 3 to do their pit stops, because I will say this, once the top 3 pit, my tyres are going to be quite worn, and they're going to have the upper hand on me because they're going to have much fresher tyres. And speaking of the pit stops, here they go. As you can see, we've got Hamilton and Rosberg, I believe, pitting, and sorry, Hamilton and Vettel have pit, and Rosberg set up for one more lap, and lap 29 to lap 30, Rosberg does his pit stop, and it's now a question of me holding first place and taking it to the end of the race, which should be fairly easy. I'm not too worried. I think I've got the pace in this Red Bull, but I think I was quite wrong saying that, because looking on now lap 35 onto the final lap of the race, look at my tyres on the right hand side of your screen. They are absolutely gone, they are orange, and meanwhile Nico Rosberg is sizing me up for an overtake down the pit straight here. He's got DRS wide open, he's got so much more straight line speed, I can't compete with him, and he's going to take the lead for the time being. I'm going to try and go up the inside, but it's no use, I'm too far back, and I'm just going to have to wait here for the time being and try and wait for the perfect moment to get Rosberg back. He's on the medium tyres like myself, and here we go, we've got a beautiful run here, side by side action now in turn number 4, this brilliant camera angle. Can we try and get around the outside of Rosberg here on the brakes? We're going to try and do it. Yes, we do. Make a beautiful move around the outside and then take the inside line and give Rosberg a good old squeeze onto the curb there. But Rosberg is not giving it up. We're going to try and hang out the inside. Rosberg is still there. Side by side action on this final lap. Absolutely incredible scenes here. The crowd absolutely loving it. Rosberg runs really deep into the corner, and I get a beautiful switch back on him out through the S's now. We're going to try to squeeze up the inside of Rosberg. There's some really good racing And meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton is also trying to get in on the act here, but it looks like we've got the lead of the race now as we go into the final corner on the final lap. Right, a little bit wide there. Rosberg and Hamilton are all over Ramirez. We're having a massive tank up a moment, but we are going to come across the line to win the Mexican Grand Prix in dramatic style, drifting through the final corner, and both Mercedes right up our chuff, and even Sebastian Vettel as well was right there. So we managed to hold all three of them back, but we was really running out of tyres there, and that was an absolutely fantastic race, and I really enjoyed that. That final lap was absolutely madness, but we really did drive well today. The AI really did not put up much of a fight in terms of defensive driving, but also I was very efficient with my overtaking, and it just really did work, and it was a very satisfactory race to win, and it just felt really good when I crossed the line for the 25 points. And that's going to mean wonders for the championship, because Lewis Hamilton hasn't, well, we didn't finish second, he finished third place. So I'm going to gain quite a few points on Lewis. I believe I'm going to gain about 10 points on him. So that's going to make things really interesting. And looking at the final race results, it looks like we've got 25 points, as will Daniel Ricciardo in the driver standings. Then Nico Rosberg finished in second place, picking up 18 points for himself. And then Lewis Hamilton in third place ran off the podium. So we gained 10 points on Lewis in the championship. And then it's both Ferraris, both Williams, our teammate Kvyat in 8th, and then both Force with Perez beating his teammate in his home race for P9, sorry, and that is entire top 10 order. So some really good points there for us to gain in the championship on Lewis, like I said. And speaking of the championship itself, we're going to jump into it now and see how things shape up. And looking at the drivers' championship, we've now got a 14-point lead over Lewis Hamilton in the championship, and then also Nico Rosberg has boosted himself up in the third place, with both the Ferraris dropping to 4th and 5th, and then also Ricciardo's overtaken Valtteri Bottas for P7. But other than that, there are no more changes in the top 10 of the drivers' championship. And 2 races to go after this, guys, and if you are looking forward to them, please do smash that like button down below, and if you could hit 80 likes, that'd be absolutely fantastic, and it lets me know that you guys are enjoying the series. And yeah, guys, hopefully if you're new around here, please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you have come from this video. That'd be really greatly appreciated. But yeah, guys, that's about it for this video, and I'll see you on my next one very soon. Goodbye.